Hello, friends. Have you ever thought how Adolf Hitler had brainwashed an entire nation to become his blind followers? Do you think making fool millions of people is possible? How Hitler become the most famous dictator of all time? Which strategies and techniques did he use? Come, let's find out in today's video. Aristotle, one of the great Greek philosophers, had said that there are basically three techniques to brainwash people or control people. That is logos, ethos, and pathos. Today, these are also taught in many advertising courses of MBA. Logos means using logic to convince people. Ethos means using authentic personalities to convince people. And pathos means using emotions to convince people. Dictator used pathos means he used strong emotions like patriotic, pride, power, fear, etc. It means that if a man uses his logical brain, he will never support any dictator. But here an interesting fact is that a dictator can't rely only on emotions. If a person really wants to be a dictator, he needs to eradicate logic completely. This is what Hitler did. On 10th May 1933, more than 30,000 books were burnt by his party, and they convinced their country's people by saying that these books are anti-national, books of every type that can spark a sense of intelligence or logic in people was burnt. And you may be shocked to know that the history of Germany has no any evidence till today, because all the books were burnt by Hitler's party. Nazi was the name of his party. The ministers of Nazi party have played a very important role in making Hitler a dictator and leading people's mind. Fake research papers were published which stated that Germans' blood was purer than other human races. All other human races are inferior to them, just to boost the racial mindset among their country's people. Divide and rule. That was also used by British to conquer the world. When you divide a nation in different groups, then ruling over them is very easy. This was the #1 reason for the country India that remained enslaved for thousands of years, because India was divided into hundreds of castes, religions, political parties, etc. The Nazi party abused all the intellectuals in the country, professors, historians, and scientists. Gradually, Nazi party started controlling the root of the country. Do you know what is the root of a country? Education. Yes, universities, colleges, and schools are the root of a country. The Nazi party altered each and every subjects and topics according to their Nazi ideology. Which subject, which topic, which professor is going to teach, everything were decided by the Nazi party. During that time, a very few people have courage to raise their voice against Adolf Hitler, because raising your voice simply means getting fired from their job or getting criticized over media or even getting killed. Albert Einstein was also alive during Hitler's time, and he openly criticized the Hitler's party. Then one day, Nazi party sent a death threat to him. Albert Einstein resigned from his job the very next day, left the country, and went to Belgium for safety. During that time, the puppet media in Germany published baseless news against him and heavily defamed Einstein. Many scientific research papers of Einstein were burnt, and the people of Germany also supported that. On August 30th, 1933, Einstein's friend Theodore was murdered, and the people who did so was praised in Germany. One minister of Nazi party said that Albert Einstein was next, so Einstein left even Belgium and went to England for safety. And from there, Einstein wrote their theories for the rest of his life, without sharing the exact location of where he was living. Another famous technique of Hitler to brainwash people was to create fear among their country's people and then project himself as the hero who would save them from that non-existent fear. So in order to create fear, many conspiracy theories were printed, many fake news were spread that Jews were responsible for the defeat of Germany in World War I. Clearly, this was not true because many Jews were also martyred in the war and played an important role in the war. The Nazi party started blaming Jews for communism, capitalism, for losing war, and also for the economic downfall. You may ask why the citizens of Germany believe in it. The answer is simple. Because all the media were completely in control of Hitler. The media showed the exact news from so many directions, and people had no other source of news, so they believe in it. Suppose I say there is a huge turtle in the sea, which is bigger than even blue whale, and the whole media and the newspaper telling you this from all directions, and fake research papers were printed by all the researchers and shoot fake videos, then would not you believe in that? The next strategy of Hitler to make people blindly follow him was to project himself as divine. In 1923, a book was written on Hitler. Basically, it was a biography of Hitler. In that book, Hitler was compared to Jesus Christ. Later, it was found that this book was written by Hitler himself. All the big companies that you know today, BMW, Kodak, Nestle, Fanta, Ford, Siemens, Volkswagen, and all these companies funded Hitler. After all, today also, there are many political parties praise Nazi ideology and want to control people's mind. When you see and understand all this, you have to remember one solution. Think logically and let logic have the upper hand over emotions, feelings, and even media news. Do not become a blind follower of any party or any politicism. If you like the video, then please share it. Thank you.